Hey, hi. So in this video we will see how to access a qemu KVM system remotely using Word Manager. So mainly KVM is like our native Linux virtualization solution. So it's known as like kernel virtual machine. So on any Linux system you can just install it. You do not need a another layer of hypervisor and to run the VM. So mainly so it's utilize so similar to like VirtualBox, right? VirtualBox, VMware, and yeah, VirtualBox or VMware workstation. So we need additional software, and it's create a virtualization which provide the virtual. But in the Linux, you have we need we have like KVM solution. This is a kernel virtual machine. It it uses libvirt, and using that it's like built-in solution from Linux. As every Linux system has kernel, and it comes with that, and you need a virtual interface, or even you can install like use it through the qemu. So so what is the Word Manager? So Word Manager is like a you can say graphical interface of that virtualization. So you can also create VMs using the CLI, but you can use this solution. So in this video, so there are two ways like you can utilize the Word Manager. Either you can install on that system, and if you have the graphical access to that system, but assuming you are on a you are set up the KVM on a remote server, which is a high performance server, and you do not have a graphical access, then you can use setup Word Manager on your system. Currently I will do it on Mac, and from here I will connect to that system using SSH, and we will see how to configure the SSH for that. And from our my Mac, we will able to see the VMs and manage that. So I will in the first part, like I will just configure that and see that so that we are able to access the interface of the another system. So on Mac, we can install the Word Manager using brew. So brew install Word Manager. So it's the easiest way. You can also install from using documentation, but this is the easiest way. Then using the Word Manager, so we can open that. So we got the interface, and here we have different options. Currently nothing is there. If you open this on the your Linux system, then it might connect to qemu or KVM virtualization, but here if you see, could not detect a default hypervisor, so that's why it's saying issue. So we have a feature of add connections. So in that, if you see, we can connect to qemu KVM. There is user session and other hypervisors also we can connect, but for now we will look into the KVM. And there is option to connect over SSH, so we will utilize this. And in that, we have option, we can give the our username of the remote system. Then so before that, we also need to set up as you see, there is no field for password, um, but if you're connecting to a remote system, we should have a password, right? So this libvirt utilize SSH based authentication. So we have to set up a keyless passwordless authentication. So for that we have SSH copy ID thing. So what it does is it will copy my local key to the remote system. This is my I'm utilizing this server as a like my host for the libvirt. So using SSH copy ID, I will log in that. So it will ask, so here if you see, it's asking for password, but it's a password of the remote system, so you can mention that. So once you've done that, like you do not you got so it's your local key from the Mac got added to the remote system. And now you can also test it, like you can just SSH, and it will not ask for the any password. So now we have this thing set up. Now we will utilize the hostname. We already entered our username, and we will just give the hostname, and we will say connect. So if you see, now currently it's saying connecting. In some time, like it will just, so now it's connected. So it's not saying any other thing, but if you right click, like if you see there is a disconnect option, there is details. So detail will show that okay, how much memory is there. So 125 GB of memory is there, and CPU uses, current CPU uses. Similarly, the network and storage, it will show like how much storage is there. So this we can also verify that. So 125 GB is there, showing right here. We already logged into the system, and we can say lsmem. So it is showing out. So 130 is like available, but generally it's 128 and available for libvirt it's 125. So this is how, like so assuming you have a VM running, you will show you can see that here. So in this documentation, right, in this image, it's showing the same, like so we have the VMs running. So currently it's connected to localhost, but similarly, like we can have remote connections, and we can see the details. Even so, here we can see the option of new, right? So it's showing to create a VM. So this is the option to create a virtual machine, so you can utilize it. So you can create manually, or there is automation also you can utilize. So this is the I think video which mainly to show that how you can manage a remote system from your Mac, or remote system with the libvirt from Mac. And it's open source, like Vault Manager is open source. The source code is available on the GitHub. So this is the project, and it's written in Python. You see, even here, so if you see, it's showing Python. So I think that's it in this video. Thank you.